Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am Albert, and in today's episode I'm gonna tell you something really crazy. I just liked the Kia, and well, this may come as a surprise because usually I like cars that are more expensive, flashy, and well, with a lot of things on it. But this one has a lot of things on it. So why do I like it so much? Well, in today's episode we're gonna find out. I just got this car from my friends at Carset. Now, Carset are a specialized second-hand car dealership located in Ipswich. All their cars have 6 months RSC warranty, which is extendable up to 3 years. If you want your car to be part exchanged, you can do that, as well as if you want your car delivered all the way across UK. They can provide delivery to you as well. So, if you have a low credit score, you guessed it, Carset are gonna help you with finance. So check them out at the link below, and I put a link up here. The Kia Ceed is a compact car produced by Kia Motors since 2006. It was first introduced as a replacement for the Kia Spectra. The Ceed has undergone 3 generations of redesigns, with the latest model being launched in 2018. It is sold globally and known for its reliability and performance, and of course affordability. So today we're gonna find out if these things are actually true. When you take a gander at the front end of the Kia Ceed, you are met with a sleek and modern design that is sure to turn heads. The tiger nose grille is a signature feature that gives the car a fierce and bold look, while the sharp headlights adds to its aggressive stance. The hood has a subtle curve that it's as aerodynamic as a Falcon. The front bumper, it's aggressive, and with this big air intake, simply adds to the sportiness of the car. Now, down here we do have these fog lights, which are covered in this beautiful chrome trim that actually go along very well with this tiger nose here. Right in the middle we have the Kia badge, and the overall design of the front end of the car is modern, elegant, stylish, and well, with a tiger nose, quite aggressive, don't you think? Let's talk about the engine on this car. Now, this one has a 1.6 diesel engine, well, turbocharged, which produces 133 horsepower and goes from 0 to 60 in, well, now I'm not gonna go into that because, well, it's pointless, but what I can tell you that sometimes the turbo can fail. Now, if you get a car that has been serviced properly, you won't have any issue. If you get one with lower miles like this one has around 60,000 miles, which is literally nothing. And well, not nothing, there are 60,000 miles, but still. And yes, the turbo, it's temperamental, but if the car was serviced properly and regularly, then you won't have any issues with it. And yes, this car is very economical. You have a very, very good fuel consumption. You have low taxes, low insurance, and yes, it's fun to drive due to the fact that it's nimble and, well, aggressive with this tiger nose as well. From this side, the car looks quite good. I like how the mirrors have been designed. They're very elegant, and of course, these are retractable mirrors, electrically adjustable and electrically retractable, which they fold when you close the car. Right here we have a button on the door, which means that this car has keyless entry, and of course it has keyless go, which is quite impressive technology put it into this car. The car also sits on 17-inch wheels, which they look quite nice and quite modern. Now, there's one thing that I like about it, is this aluminum trim that goes all the way around the door. This gives the car a very modern and a very distinctive look because it has this very aggressive, sharp line even from this side. Overall, the side of the car is beautifully drawn and, well, adds to the overall sportiness of the car. The rear end of the Kia Ceed is just as sleek and modern as the front of the car. The car's taillights are mounted high on the back fenders, giving the car a distinctive and recognizable appearance. The rear bumper is sculpted to enhance the car's aerodynamics, while the rear spoiler adds a sporty touch. The overall design of the rear end is clean and uncluttered, with subtle curves that flows down to the lower bumper, which houses the car's exhaust. Overall, the rear end is stylish, functional, and complements the car's dynamic design. Right here we have the rear wiper, which this one is not as flimsy as the other models. Right here we also have a rear view camera. This car has a rear view camera. The parking sensors are right down here. Now, the thing that I like about this car is the fact that it has this black plastic cover here on the bumper that goes along with the black windows, because this car has privacy windows, and yes, they come like this from the factory. So it's originally designed like this. Well, at least this one was. Now, regarding the tail lights, I have to tell you that I do like them. They have these beautiful lines on the inside, and they have this 3D shape that even today they look modern. So yes, I do like how the tail lights are actually mounted and gives the car a very sporty and aggressive look, even from the rear end. And of course, now it's time to check the boot of the Kia Ceed. And I have to tell you that this car has a large boot. First of all, with the seats up, you can have 395 liters of cargo space. But if you drop the seats, you get almost 1,300 liters. Well, means that from its class, this includes the Ford Focus and the Volkswagen Golf, the Kia, it's bigger. So if you want a car with a more luggage space in the boot, this is the car to get. Now the time has come to check out the interior of the Kia, and I'm gonna tell you right from the start, it wasn't what I expected. It was much better. First of all, it's bigger than it seems. Second, you have a lot of neat features on this car, and the leather seats, well, let's just say that this is the cherry on the top of the cake. Now, you have plenty of legroom, plenty of headroom, and of course, in my position, how I drive, you have a lot of room behind me. So the interior of the car is not just big and spacious, but it's also giving you the sensation of a bigger car. Now, this is due to the fact that the windscreen has been placed way into the front of the car. The dashboard comes like this, a little bit towards the driver, and you have some windows here that enhances the cabin space of this car. The overall materials are great. The steering wheel has a soft leather on it, and this beautiful black plastic, well, kind of like piano black, but it isn't. It's just plastic. Adds to the car's style. Of course, there are some things that I don't like about it, but I'm gonna start with the things that I like about this car. The seats are very comfortable, and the leather is soft. Of course, they are looking quite good, as you can see right now. There are some things in the dashboard that I really don't like. We have some nice materials here that are soft and gentle to touch, and right here where the climate controls are, it's a very cheap plastic. Now, I like how the climate vents have been designed. We have a big climate vent on the driver's side, and towards on the passenger side, and on the driver's side, and even in the middle of the dashboard, you have 3 different sizes of air vents, which is quite interesting. You have a smaller one, kind of a bigger one, and on the driver's side, again, something in between these two, which is nice to see how they really think about it. Right here we have 2 cup holders. Now there's an interesting thing. In this cup holder we have this plastic cup holder cover, which can actually hold your drink tighter. I never seen this in any car. Well, Kia has this. So if you want to make the cup holders go away, you push this a little handle over here, and the cup holders go away. You have this armrest, which is adjustable on length and, well, height no, but just in length. And inside you have a very, very, very big space to put some things in it. I like how the door handles are, and of course I like this white leather over here that covers the door side. The thing that I don't like are the controls for the windows, because they have this cheap plastic here and it's not quite pleasant to touch. The mirror controls have been placed right here into the dashboard. This car has electrically retractable mirrors, which is a neat feature, and I like that. One key aspect that I forgot to mention is the fact that the steering wheel, it's heated. And oh boy, this is something interesting. The front seats are heated as well, so you get all the comfort that you need driving this car. Right here in the dashboard we have the start-stop button. Right here we have the heated seats controls, and right here we do have the climate controls, which this car has dual climate controls and they're quite easy to use. Now there's one thing that I don't like about this climate control, it's the screen. It's a little bit dated now. It's dated in 2023, but to be honest with you, this one was dated even in 2013. In the middle of the dashboard we do have a very, very old digital clock, which I don't know why they kept it, but kind of gives the car a retro design. Right here into the dashboard we have the heated seats, the lock and unlock for the doors, and of course the traction control. Now the climate controls, as you can see, they have this aluminum trim all over them to give the car a more elegant touch. The screen here, it's very, very dated, and even I think it was dated even in 2013, but nevertheless now in 2023 it looks a little bit oldish, but well, it is what it is. So yeah, you do get dual climate controls, one for you and one for the passenger, which is impressive. And also down here you have a USB and auxiliary port, and well, you have two power sockets, which is quite nice. One thing that I want to mention is the fact that this car has a start-stop button right over here, which means that you have a keyless go option, and of course you have keyless entry, and this is quite impressive technology that was put onto this car. Now let's talk about the infotainment system. We have the radio, we have the media, and this car has a CD with MP3, and of course you can connect your phone through Bluetooth because it has Bluetooth media. If you go in through the options, you can actually see that it says Bluetooth right here. You have the display, which is a touch screen, and it's quite easy and intuitive. Also you have navigation, you have the audio settings, which of course this car, I have to tell you that the sound system in it, it's quite good. It's not the best, but it's quite good. If we're going through the infotainment system more deeply, there are some things that you can adjust, as the language clock units. Not really too many things. So overall this is very simple and intuitive to use. It's not as modern as the infotainments available today, but still it's not bad. Let's talk a bit about the gauge cluster, which is quite interesting. In the middle you have a screen, and well, it lights up like this, which is quite nice and quite interesting. Now you have a couple of options here that you can actually adjust. If you're going through the settings, you can actually see that this car did 38.6 miles per gallon just driving it around town, which isn't bad. It was a very busy day, but you can go up to 55 miles or even 60 on the highway, which that is quite impressive. In the gauge cluster you can see we have some options. You have welcome sound. This means that the car honks when you come back to it and you open it. The steering position, this is a feature that it's very interesting. You have a button on the steering wheel. If you press the button, you can see you have normal steering, you have sport steering, and you have comfort. Now I've checked all of these and they are quite interesting due to the fact that this car has an electronically controlled power steering, and when you put it on comfort, the steering wheel becomes very, very light. Now when you put it on normal, it's a little bit tighter, and when you put it on sport, it actually feels like a sports car steering wheel, which is hilarious due to the fact that you have a small diesel engine on this car, but nevertheless I do like it. It's something that I do like about this car. Yes, and I'm back into the back seats of the Kia Ceed. Now you have plenty of room, that's for certain. You have legroom, you have headroom, and due to the fact that this car has leather upholstery, it's very nice, it's very soft, and it's quite a nice place to be. We have this armrest right here in the middle with two decent cup holders. Now, I'm quite surprised to find these things in a Kia. Now, this car was a very, very big surprise for me, I have to tell you honestly. Now, in the rear seats, well, of course that there isn't much to do around here, but it's a nice, pleasant place to be. You have this gray leather here that is placed right next to your hand, which is quite elegant and it feels very pleasant to touch. Now, I like the aluminum trim that the door handles have, and of course you have again this cheap plastic here, which is a little bit annoying. Right here we have two air vents, and of course you need to breathe fresh air or clean air, as Kia says, into the back seats of this car. Now, you do have exactly the same feeling of spaciousness being back here, due to the fact that you have two smaller windows on the side of the car here that adds this neat sensation of spaciousness. I have to tell you that it's a nice place to be. So 3 adults can actually sit very comfortable here, even on the middle size. As you can see, you are a little bit higher, but still I won't have to lie, it's not as comfortable as these seats are, but if you don't travel on long distances, well, it will do. So it's time to drive the Kia Ceed. Now let's put the seatbelt on, because, well, safety comes first. The seat, it's adjusted, the steering wheel, it's beautiful. Now let's put it on, not sport, because I'm gonna drive it around town, so I'm gonna put it on comfort. I think I can actually adjust this a little bit more. So, putting the car into reverse. Now, I do have a rear view camera, which is quite nice, and I like it, because I can see whatever is surrounding me. So the steering wheel, it's insanely light when it's on comfort mode. So if you want to park this car, especially if you want to buy this car for your wife, she's gonna thank you for that, or for your girlfriend. I'm not gonna go into the mistress thing, because, well, I'm not. But let's talk about the car. Now, one thing that you will immediately notice is the fact that the car has a little bit of road noise, due to the fact that it's not very well isolated. Now, it has a lot of nice features and a lot of nice materials inside, but you do get some road noise, and I don't know why. Now, I have to be honest, these aren't the best roads that you can actually drive this car, because the tarmac, it's not being laid properly here, but overall it's okay. So regarding the car is fun and nimble to drive. The practicality, it's quite good. It's very economical. This engine, it's not that noisy, and it's providing you the decent amount of power that you need to have when you drive this car around town and around countryside roads and whatever. Now, I do like the mirrors. I'm a big fan of watching in the mirrors when I drive, and this is something that I encourage you all to do. But these mirrors are quite a masterpiece. I do like how they've been designed. It's so pleasant when you look into them, because they have this beautiful shape, and somehow it works. Somehow I like it. There's nothing much to complain, except from some cheap plastic and some road noise that you can actually get into the cabin. But other than that, the car feels very spacious on the inside. It's quite good looking on the outside. It's quite economical, and well, what could you want more? Now, making a comparison with its competitors, well, I think this is more of a particular taste. If you like Kia brand, then you get Kia. If you're a German car fanatic, then you will get the Germans. And if you like, well, Americans, you will get the Ford. I don't think they're still American overall, but probably, yeah. So, long story short, if you want a nice, nimble car that looks good, it has a lot of features on it, well, then you should get the Kia Ceed. If not, well, there are plenty of options to choose from, but honestly, this is the one that I would get. So that was it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Thank you very much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you liked it, press a thumbs up. And well, yes, if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. And in the meantime, see you in the next episodes. And yes, peace and blessings to all of you. See you soon.